Hey guys, welcome to SmackDown Wrestling Reviews, and it's the SmackDown after Mania. And let's be honest, can it compete with the Raw after Mania? Let's find out. So we started off the show with Shane O'Mac making two massive announcements. First things first, Bryan has resigned as general manager of SmackDown Live to become a full-time in-ring performer. Yes, the crowd was not too upset about that. It's a great decision. Bryan should be back in the ring full-time. And he made an announcement who was going to replace him as general manager. As he said, when one door shuts, another door opens. And he announced that Paige, who retired last night on Raw, was going to be the new general manager of SmackDown Live. And I think this is a good fit. I think she can play a really good heel/babyface GM when she wants to. Can't wait to see how they move it. Could she really push the women's division on SmackDown? I hope they do that with her. And she made probably the best match she could do as the new GM. She made it that AJ Styles and Bryan will face off against each other in the main event of tonight's episode. So it was absolutely awesome. Moves us on to our first match of the night, which was an absolute pristine match in my opinion. It was the Usos taking on the New Day, and I absolutely found this to be a brilliant start to the show. The winner would take on the Bludgeon Brothers at the Great Royal Rumble, and both teams just absolutely showed what they're made of. For me personally, the Usos are the best tag team in the world right now, and they're really showing it. Their match against the New Day was just stellar from start to finish. The New Day's Xavier Woods, wow, just absolute strength. He managed to pick up Big E with ease and chuck him onto the ground, and it was so back and forth. You didn't know who was going to win, and that was the exciting bit, because to be honest, you're happy if either team wins, but it was just such a tight end match, and the Usos just managed to get the victory. Their high flying skills coming in handy once again, and they are taking on the Bludgeon Brothers at the Great Royal Rumble. So it's just, the only thing is, I'm kind of a bit worried about the match they're going to take on with the Bludgeon Brothers. Next up, we had Naomi taking on Natalya. To be honest, this was a decent match. Natalya has had some really good matches lately in ring against Charlotte, and she had a really good match against Naomi. She's lost this one as well, but Naomi and Natalya did actually have a bit of time to perform. And obviously, the one who won the first ever WrestleMania Battle Royale was going to get the victory. Naomi won, and she celebrated next to the big ass trophy. That's fine. It was a decent, like I said, decent match for both women, and hopefully this gives Naomi some momentum to challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Talking about the SmackDown Women's Championship, we did have a bit of a shocker last night, where we had Charlotte come out to celebrate her victory over Asuka. She wanted to thank the fans, she wanted to thank Asuka, and this caused the iconic duo from NXT, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, coming out to attack Charlotte. They came out, they verbally attacked her, and next thing we know, they legitimately took her apart. It was an absolute, it took longer than you usually expect an attack like this. The crowd were happy to see an NXT call up from these two. They are if you're an NXT fan, you know it all about them. If you're not, just wait and see. These two can be very vicious, both verbally and in ring, and they can be quite comedic when they need to be as well. This attack led to Carmela coming down and finally cashing in the Money in the Bank suitcase she's been holding on to for 200 and odd days. She cashed it in with a super kick to Charlotte's face, managed to claim the SmackDown Women's title. We have a new SmackDown Women's Champion in Carmela, and what does this mean for Charlotte? We'll have to wait and see, but it's very exciting times now on the SmackDown Women's division. Next up, we had a triple threat match to work out who's going to be the #1 contender for Jinder Mahal's United States Championship, and this was against Randy Orton, Bobby Roode and Rusev. And to be honest, this was possibly for me not the best match to have. The best spots went to Rusev. The crowd again so behind Rusev. Bobby Roode was barely in the match. He was in for bits of it, but he was very, very much not in the match as much as Randy and Rusev. Randy Orton literally tried to put Rusev through a table. Rusev tried to put Randy through the announcement table. That was awesome. Rusev looked like he was about to win again with an accolade. Randy Orton stopped that, threw him into the barricade. Pretty much, Bobby Roode tried to fight back. RKO. Randy Orton is #1 contender to take on Jinder Mahal at Backlash. They said Backlash, but I think it's going to be at the Great Royal Rumble, innit? But we'll have to wait and see with that one. But as they said, it's a rivalry renewed. No one cares about that rivalry. So Jinder Mahal is probably going to hold that title for forever. And yeah, Randy Orton's #1 contender. And that moves us on to our main event of the night. And let's be honest, it's a dream match. No matter what you said, this is a match I've even used my 2K games to have AJ Styles taking on Daniel Bryan. And it was a decentish match. You can tell there's a lot of ring rust with Daniel Bryan. And let's be honest, it's been his first in-ring performance on TV in 3 years on SmackDown. And there's obviously gonna be rust in there. But give it to AJ and Daniel. They both performed really well. AJ carried that match fantastic. He proves why he's one of the best wrestlers in the whole damn world. And Daniel Bryan, I think in a few months' time, when he's finally adjusted to being back into the ring, he is going to be back to he's going to be #1 contender at some point. The match itself, like I said, was not as what we were expecting, but like I said, there's ring rust to think about, and they put on a decent match. The ending was a bit interesting. We had Shinsuke Nakamura come out and attack both men. Daniel got taken out straight away, and then Nakamura legitimately just destroyed AJ Styles. 2 low blows to AJ, and with Nakamura walking off was absolutely brilliant. The crowd just booed him because not just for one, he attacked AJ and he attacked Daniel, but he ruined a dream match in the making. So that was awesome and great heat to give Nakamura now that he is a heel. And there you go, guys. That is SmackDown Live for this week. What did I think? I think the matches we had were actually better than what we got on Raw, so that's a good improvement there on SmackDown Live. But I think the call-ups, and that there was only 2 call-ups for SmackDown from NXT, just shows you where Vince McMahon is putting all his eggs. He's really pushing it. In fact, that Raw has the dominant force right now between the SmackDown brand, which does need to start rebuilding itself and start actually having great matches. It doesn't matter who you've got in the ring, as long as you can have decent matches and the fans can appreciate it. That's where SmackDown should start working on. Next week we will have a superstar shake-up. I will be doing a special Smack Talk video for that. But if you did like the video, what did you guys think of this week's SmackDown? Do you think it was a better SmackDown than what we've seen recently? Put it in the comments below. If you want to like, subscribe, you can follow us on Twitter at Boise88 and at Smack Talk YouTube. That's YouTube. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.